Hi guys, Paul here at Paul Phillips Fix. Thanks for tuning in. If it's your first time here, I want to welcome you. If you're a return viewer, thank you for viewing again. Algorithm by YouTube, if people don't give a like and subscribe, nobody knows that anybody's watching the channel, and you get buried in the netherworld. If you would please give a like and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. It does show YouTube somebody's watching, and it's free, and you can unsubscribe anytime. There's no obligation. I have a BMW K1200R Sport. There's a bunch of work I've been doing on it, but today I'm going to be changing the spark plugs. I'm going to attempt to sift through my videos and edit in the removal of the body panels and stuff. Oh, well, actually, you don't need to remove the body panels, but the radiator from the start. But I'm already in the midst of that because I was doing other work. I installed a booster plug, which is an alternative to a power commander. It helps remedy the lean condition, which causes questionable low idle running characteristics. It sucks. When the combustion chamber is under lean conditions, it runs at higher temperatures. It's not good for the engine, and it causes you to lose power. So this booster plug I installed will boost my idle fuel mixtures, making them richer, reducing the combustion chamber temperatures and making the bike run better. It's supposed to also increase power under heavy acceleration and load. So I will be doing a video after I run the bike to see how that worked out, and hopefully it's been worth the money and all the work. I'm also putting an expansion tank on here. Being that I'm doing the spark plugs, I have to remove the entire radiator assembly to get to them. While I'm at that, I had to empty my coolant system, so I'm going to show you guys in another video how to purge the system of air with a oh my god, senior moment, god damn it. You use compressed air and it causes a siphon and brings the coolant system under vacuum. Then you will suck your coolant back in. The natural vacuum of the engine that you put on it will suck the coolant in, and it will be absolutely no air in the system. It's the best way and safest way to fill your cooling system. If you get air pockets, you could overheat the head and warp it or crack it. It could be detrimental, very expensive situation. So we're not going to do that. We're going to do it with a vacuum purge. Let me show you some of these clips to get this radiator off. I just wanted to show you this madness. Making YouTube videos is not all fun and games. It costs money for camera equipment, video editing software, the computer to run it on, all this other crap. I have my wireless mic set up because I'm trying to bring better sound quality here because the GoPro mic sucked. And did my recorder stop? Yes, it did. Today I'm going to be removing the radiator because I want to do spark plugs on it, and the radiator has to come off. It's in the way. I'll try to edit in the beginning of the radiator removal if I did video it. If not, I can't find it. I'm going to go through a quick run of what you have to remove to do it. So let's go over to the bike. So first thing you're going to have to remove on here are these little like D-rings or C-clips. They're not fasteners that need to be unscrewed on the top. You're just going to remove the C-clips that are up there and remove the cowling. There will be one other fastener that you're going to have to look for. I believe it was down towards the bottom that's got to come off. I believe it was a T25. After that, you're going to have to get the center piece out, that strip. How you do that is you go right to this top piece here where I'm at, and get in there with a flathead screwdriver and depress that gently. Then that just pops out and comes off. Oh, there's 2 more fasteners down on the bottom here that you got to remove before getting the centerpiece out. Then there are 2 fasteners that you're going to have to remove to get the side piece off. On the top one, there is a stainless steel T25. I believe the lower one, the black one, was a T25 as well. It might have been a T30, I'm not sure. But then that bottom piece comes off. So they're different type screws. One's a plastic type screw. You can't really mix it up. So I'm going to throw these in the car. It's where I've got all my parts building up. Try to make sense out of the sides. So here are the fasteners that I was telling you about. So the clip is on that one. Then you had another fastener right down here. Then the silver one here, stainless. And then underneath that, you'll see the black one. Then you're going to remove that cover piece. And then we're going to get ready to start removing the radiator. So I'm going to take the other side off. And I'll let you know what's next after that. I believe this radiator support is going to have to come off down here. Right down here. We're going to have to disconnect the fan plug. I believe that comes off as an assembly with the radiator. So we're going to get going on that. Okay guys, I just want to show you something. I ran into a problem here. I believe I discussed taking those panels off, and I just took the other side off. Next, I had to remove the hose clamps. For doing work, it pays to have the right tools. This channel is not sponsored by anybody, but I do put links in the video description. I'm an Amazon associate. Amazon gives me a small portion if you purchase from those links at no added cost to you, and I have tried to find the cheapest possible link that I could find for the tools. So those are just tools I've used, loved, and supplies. I want to show you these. Come in real handy sometimes. Like I said, I had to do that tank, my expansion tank. So I've got a set of hose pliers here, 3 sets, different sizes. These are great for grabbing hoses, but they're also good for getting electrical connectors off. You can reach around and press the button in the back. Different sizes for different situations. They're not expensive. Then I have needle nose pliers that I cut a groove in for doing hose clamps. I cut a groove in each side so they grab the hose clamps very well. I have this set of hose clamp pliers. This didn't work very well on the bike. Smaller clamps, more suited for a car. BMW put a little surprise here for me. This bottom clamp here, they had in here with the release facing into the back. So I couldn't even get in there with my pliers. Thank God I ordered this tool the other day because my old one broke. It's another form of hose clamp plier, but it's on a flexible cable, and I was able to fit that piece up in the back there and get it. As you depress, it closes that. So this tool just saved me with getting that clamp off. If I didn't have that tool, I would have been in for one hell of a headache. So another tool that you should add to your toolbox is pick tools. I have a bunch of small sets. Get yourself good quality sets if you can. And I have these larger picks. These are great for getting in behind the hose and loosening it up. This bike is an 07. These hoses have been on here a long time. So you could wind up cracking something trying to get the hose off. So it's better to just get in there with a pick tool and loosen them up. And you can free those hoses up and more easily get in there to release those hoses, all right? I'm not going to film me removing the radiator hoses. Like I said, what you can do is get the pick tool in there, go around, then get a big pair of pliers or something and give it a little bit of a twist to free it up, and then it should come off without any problem, all right? When I put my hoses back on, I may put some silicone paste on there. Silicone paste will not damage rubbers. You do not want to use an oil-based solvent because oil-based solvents can dry out rubber and some of them will cause them to fail and crack. So you do not want to use WD-40, PB Blaster, or oil. Go with a silicone-based product. I don't know of any material that silicone-based products are detrimental to. I use them on hoses and O-rings all the time. I have this other hose here. I have to get a flathead screwdriver and loosen that, or I think it's like a 7mm socket. I'm not sure the size. Don't hold me to that. Could be 5 or 7mm. So I got to get that one off. Then I got to look at the lower radiator support has to come off. I'm going to figure out how that is attached to the bike, and I'm going to work at getting that off, and then see if we can get the radiator off. I'm not going to remove that lower support until I free up these hoses though, because I don't want the radiator falling or flopping around while I'm trying to pull on it and damage it. They're not cheap. We don't want to have to be buying a new radiator, right? All right, let me free those hoses up, and I'll get back to you on the bottom support, how that's on there, okay? Okay, guys. Okay, guys. So I loosened up all the radiator hoses. I went in there gently with the pick tool. I made sure not to split the hoses because they are old. They're looking a little rough, so take it easy with them. Just work them loose. Then you're going to have to get this bottom core support off for the radiator. These are little, like these C-clips. Just pull them out. There's a washer and then grommets. So I pulled them both out just so the bottom one would move by the engine over here. I just got that out of my way. Now I have to worry about my electric connectors here. I'm going to cut this because I have more zip ties. I'm going to cut this, be sure we don't cut any wire. That way we can get to these plugs and loosen them up. You can just zip tie that back up after we're done. So these plugs sometimes are fiddly to disconnect. This one you have to lift this little tab and unplug it. So just lift that little tab there. Gently lift that a little bit with a pocket screwdriver. This other one you have to lift these outer tabs by depressing on the top. So to press on the top, it should pull up. I'm going to put dielectric grease on these. When I reassemble them, it looks a little cruddy in there. So I'm going to put dielectric grease so they don't corrode. All right, I'm going to get a small pocket screwdriver and disconnect that other plug. Got two cameras going here because it's easier to just run the footage, because they're a pain in the ass trying to sync up all of these video edits if you don't run the cameras together. There's work to making a YouTube channel, guys. Don't take it for granted. I appreciate constructive criticism, but do realize we don't have camera crews here. We're not Hollywood producers. So just trying to share some information that'll hopefully be helpful to somebody. I want to see you guys enjoy your K1200s or 1300s if you're fortunate enough to have one of them. This plug is being stubborn. This is where I wish I had a third hand. I'm going to get my smaller pocket screwdriver and try spreading it with that. This is a little bigger. I keep whacking my head on my damn mirror. It doesn't feel good. Do not want to break that plug. There we go. She moved a little bit. There it is. Yeah, look at how cruddy that looks. That could use some dielectric grease in there. Okay, that's the electric connectors. Now the radiator should come out, guys. I believe that's it. I am so hot and sore. Oh, getting old sucks. I cry about it all the time. Getting old is not for sissies, guys. The dogs can come out. Wendy, I'm going to ask for your help. I don't want to drop this radiator. I'm going to ask for your help. My puppies are very spoiled. Our puppies. We're all spoiled. It's the American way. All right, so this is the radiator. I'm going to bring the cameras over on my side, all right? Okay. It looks like I'm all free on this side for Wendy to remove this. So we're going to go around on the other side here. Hold on. I'll show you what I want you to hold on to. I just don't want to drop it. Okay. I'm being extra cautious here, guys, because these radiators are fucking expensive. Now I got to put the beep sound again because I cursed again. Google doesn't like that. They won't let any advertisements be on my channel. Friggin'.
Evil bastards.
Evil bourgeois. Come on this side. Because I still got a free hoses up over there. So I just want you to make sure that this thing doesn't fall to the ground hard. Okay. This whole radiator. So hold it here and here. Okay. Okay? I'm going to loosen up the other side. I still got hoses connected on this side that I got to get disconnected. Gotta get these cameras out of my way. Got Wendy helping me. Wendy saves me over here. Wendy's my savior. She bails me out with her little fingers sometimes when I can't get my fat hands into places. Got one stubborn hose over here. Here we go. I left my guard on the front just in case this pops off a little quicker than I want. Can you wiggle that forward towards the front?
This thing?
Towards the front of the bike.
It's on something.
Yes, I know that's what's holding it there. We got to wiggle it off there.
Okay.
Well, you could come on this side and hold this side now.
All right.
You can come hold this side for me. It's a little wet, yucky, but it washes right off. It's water-soluble stuff. Yeah, it's the support for it. Yeah, you would try to hold it up a little bit. There you go, like that. I gotta inch this off. Hold on, just stay where you are. Okay. Gonna come off in a second. There we go. Thank you. I got it. Beautiful. And that's how you remove your radiator, guys. There it is. Now I'm gonna get compressed air and clean out the top of the engine, blow out your spark plug holes because you don't want any shit getting down in your engine. I got to remove my coils first. There's a special tool for that. It's like under 20 bucks on Amazon. I'll see if I can post it in the video description. I'll post a link for it. It just fits on the coil, so you can put the tension on it properly to release it. It's weird. It's got to be cocked a certain way. I'll show you when I do it. And you don't want to break your coil because that's expensive too. You don't want to have to go buying a new coil because you didn't buy a $15, $20 tool. So I'm hot. I think I'm going to go cool off for a while and have lunch. Now I had a T30 Torx out because I thought that was a T30 Torx, but it was those D clips, those C clips. I bought a bunch of those from BMW, Max BMW, because when I had my crash in November, one of them got lost. So I bought a few extras to have on hand. Sometimes you go to remove those things and they go flying and they're gone. So how tight of a squeeze is it going to be to get these plugs? I hope I don't have to remove more crap. I do. What is this bar here? This has got to come off. What the hell is this? Let's take a peek on what's going on here. What is that bar? Oh, that's the fuel rail? Is that the injector rail? No. What the hell is that? Looks like that has to come off too. So we're not done. I thought we were at the finishing point here. I thought it was going to be coil and plug removal, but that looks like it's definitely in the way. Yep, I'm not getting any socket in there with that there. I'm going to go look at my manual, guys. I don't recall seeing that in there when I was looking at stuff, getting specs. But let me put the radiator away. We'll go look at the manual and see if we can figure out what the hell that is and what needs to be removed to get it out of the way. I'll hose my radiator out and blow it off with compressed air while it's off. Have that nice and clean. Put my little batch of screws in here with the radiator in the trunk. All right, guys, I'll be back after a while.